Well, hello there. How you doing? Welcome. I am me. Apparently, I am over here, over there. I'm Ben. How are you doing? How's your day going? Had a couple shows that I woke up and had them on my mind. The other one I pushed back to tomorrow, which I thought we might talk about. The super woke community, the very anti-ego squad, the the good life, and maybe we'll get into. Oh yeah, let's get into the actual magic versus stage magic, like theater, some theater magic, and then just the general place we are in the world with the amount of CGI and how there's not much you can really rely on believing at all, at all. Uh, you might remember, anybody know Funk Flex in the morning? What was it? Flex 90 Power FM? What's he on? At all. Anyways, you can't really trust anything on the especially the TV because it's been edited so much, and if it's a big show, you're not getting anything close to. I mean, the amount of green screenery, tomfoolery, and people that take it to be truth now, like the amount of the super woke community, I still find quite quite hilarious because um, they still use the television. They still use news sources for reference to something they're trying to qualify. Like I thought the point was to say, well, this is we know they're giving us most of this nonsense. Can't really take anything they say and have any like believe that you believe that. So there's too many people that use things that I'm just like, okay, your channel's good, but now you're throwing this nonsense up here. Like for instance, somebody that I really like their channel, they put a lot of cool stuff up, and but he ends up putting up some really things that 2 seconds of internet research will verify it's completely false. And a little furthering research, some things, it's just like, you had to know that was CGI. You had to know that was make believe. You had to, like, but you posted as if it's he uses it as a qualifier for the points that he's making. Now the points that he's making are true. This is like there's a reset, and there's these things happening, and there's strange things, and there's angels and demons, and magic is real, and yeah, of course I know this. Yes, but when you're using things that are technological CGI or a type of psychological magic, you can't do that. You can't use that to verify your point because it's ruining it. So I've seen this person put up it was a video of a kid who was doing stage magic, and it was on one of those America's Got Talent type things. That show that is everywhere in every country. And so they go from this, and they pan over to the audience. And, woo! Wow! Oh, look at that! Like, they're not watching the same show. Like, what you're seeing on the screen is a completely green screened CGI of whatever this kid was doing. So now the audience is watching, and he's probably doing a slightly similar act with but when they CGI it, they can airbrush out some things where maybe the audience didn't catch it, but if you were to watch it on TV, you'd catch it. So you're watching this, and I'm just like, this is so pathetic. Like, this obviously is all edited CGI, and he's using it as verifiable thing that there's real magic and demons, which I don't discount. I know these things to be true, but this is not what's happening in these cases by any means. So get into super woke community. What is the super woke community? And then the anti-ego. Let's see who's there anyways. Hello, how you doing? What's going on? Who are you? Let me see. Let me move my camera around here. What up? Oh, look at that. Daddy Skylark's in here. What are you doing? Stop asking technology. Yeah. Let me ask you a question, Daddy. If you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself? Interesting. Hey, I don't know if you did this, Danny, or if it's showing up on your side, or if you went to both things, but it just it repeated your comment, like, let's see, 1, 2. It repeated your comment 3 times. You said, like Alan Watts said, life is a joke, and top hats of technology. It's repeated on this side 3 times. I don't know if maybe restart your like jump in and jump out, because it's I don't know if it showed you on your side it's doing that. Oh, anyways, yeah, okay, so you got the anti-ego squad. You must relinquish the ego. Okay, that's retarded, and we explained that because your ego is a collection of data points of your personality and how you interact with the world. If you get rid of your ego completely and you want to go and hang out in in samsara, and if you want to hang out in the highest levels of space, you're going to be drooling. You're going to have no future. You're going to have no past. You're not going to have language. It's basically like, it's like taking a heroic dose of mushrooms in a pitch black room. That's getting rid of the ego. You don't exist. You're not functioning as a part of any reality. You're experiencing it. You can't bring it back. It's worth having. It's worth taking a trip on and getting rid of your ego for a little bit. But as a totality, the ego death people, they're out there. Those ones that talk about it, those are the motherfuckers that have the biggest egos. They just redefined it. Oh, now they wear the cool. You want me to go put my fucking tunic on? You want me to get my Zen on for you guys? See, I do it because I like to wear it. It's fun. It's comfortable. Just something it's part of my ego. But these people claim, oh, now I started wearing this, and now I've given up all the worldly things, even though they haven't, because they're using technology, they're using tools, they've just identified with a new ego. They have a new ego source. And that's a big joke. The biggest joke going, as Alan Watts said, is it's the anti-ego trap in essence. That everybody's trying to get rid of something that they're no, you're supposed to just form it, build it, create it, be it. Your personality, your ego, it's all in. Don't let it run away and be controlling you like Hanuman, the monkey mind. Don't do that. That's the point. And then the other is the woke community. You got the woke and then the super woke. So the woke community got hip to the fact that it's not cool to be woke anymore, and whatever because it got infiltrated by a bunch of people that just everything became completely conspired and everything became a whole thing, and then everything got too woke. So they got the super now the super woke community is people that they are just like the anti-ego community. They become so woke that they become these champions of one single thing. They become the super vegan, the super alpha male, the super this or that, and there's no balance and there's no reality to their life. There's no like what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? It's you, you you find yourself okay. How great is it to live at the beach and have an orgy every day? It's great until a point. You'll want to change that. I guarantee it. How great is it to eat? You love what's your favorite food? You like steak? You like pizza? You like I could eat that every day. You know those people I could eat that every day. No, you couldn't. You would get tired. You'd get sick and tired of it. You love someone. I know you love it. I know you fall in love with somebody. I could be with this person for the rest of my life, and you could. Sure, it's a possibility, but you know damn well. And after a while, you're gonna be like, ugh, I could just go over there. You just get tired. You need new flavors or something. So no matter how these people come out their way to be the supreme, super awesome champion of whatever it might be, and there's a lot of the alpha thing going around, which is good for shit because there's no balance there, and then you could be people that want to be super healthy that become so healthy they become obsessed with their health, thereby becoming an obsession and a sickness. What's up, Case L? Are you the person that emailed me last night? Not emailed. Boom! Look at this. Boom! Just shuffle my card. Are you the person that? Because I was like half asleep when I answered it. Was you? You asked me that about UT and shit. Kesa. What is as important as you're in therapy? Hmm. I'll get into that. Being able to shuffle cards and just pull out aces and jokers. That's important. It's not. I don't. I'm just fucking around shuffling some deck of cards. So I have no idea what I'm doing. Um, what is important? Well, let's do it in order. First and foremost, being in a. I'll give a different answer than I usually do. I think I know what you're asking dietarily, but since your diet is your deity, it has to do with all sorts of energies that you let into yourself. The first and foremost thing that you should really think about is um, your environment, your terrain. If you want to grow a plant, you need to put it in the right soil. You need to put it in the right environment or it will not grow. And you are, as much as your mind is powerful, as much as you live in a micro, as much as, the most important thing in your experience is you, of course, um, you've got to be in the right location. Location, right? Isn't that what they say with my property? You got to be in the right spot. So the most important thing is to be in a good place. That's part of your entire existence. I mean, I've said it many times. I used to live in the Northeast. I've lived all over the place. I've lived at beaches. I've lived in the middle of the country. I've lived in the cities. I could never imagine or want to and I wouldn't grow in any way. Living in cold climate. So my terrain, which is part of my ingestion, what I'm looking at, what I'm listening to, the sounds of the city, or the look of the city, the people, how I'm interacting with them, how they are, the things that I smell, the noxious gases, all of this, right? Okay, wicked. Okay. So that is primary. Primary. First foremost of anything is that. Even before, I think some people are like, well, I think you missed one, buddy. And these are the super, these are the pranayama people. They would say breath is most important. No, breath is second. The primary function, the primary way we exist in this reality is our mind. We don't think about it. You're in a dream. You don't breathe. Go watch the Matrix again. What do you think? What do you think that is? You think that's oxygen you're breathing? Right? So the first thing, you need to be in a good location to have your mind right. There you go. And then you stand. The most important thing is a good breathing practice. Everything is breath. Breath is spirit. Breath is life. And you'll notice that the one thing you have that happens automatically, you breathe, whether you think about it or not. And it's the thing that you can control. Like if you're hearing, you can't control your hearing. You can't control your seeing. In the sense that you can control breathing out, breathing in my nose and breathing out. And now we're controlling our breathing patterns to control our brain waves. We control our breathing patterns and our brain waves. We're also controlling our heart rate. You can speed up and slow down your heart rate by breathing different. You can be in your alpha, your theta, your beta, or your delta brain waves by changing your breathing patterns. So your breathing pattern, and then after you're breathing, then what you're consuming with your mouth, because that is down the line of you have very much control over what you shovel into your face, right? Whether it's liquid or food, right? So, but let's stick with liquid, because your environment will participate. Give you what you're looking at, what you're smelling through these portals, what you're hearing, and then what you're sticking in your mouth, liquid. So UT, urine therapy, Shivambu Kalpa, drinking your pee-pee, using it as your medicine, your food. That's a great idea. Then clean water, distilled water, and juices. But again, your environment is going to predicate your consumption habits. Meaning, I'm not out here telling anyone to be vegan. I think it's an idiotic venture. It's stupid. It's for dummies. It's for people that don't understand nutrition. And I'm definitely not telling people to go murk them animals, and consume their blood and their bodies. I'm not saying to do that. But what I am saying is, depending on where you live, it will predicate how much fruit you'll consume, how much animal product you'll consume, meat, tubers, fish, fruit, vegetation. Your environment will help to dictate to you what you should be consuming, as well as what is called your bioacoustic resonance, which will start to radiate energy, like your auric field, bioacoustics. It's the idea that if you look at your neighbor's houses, in front of some of them there'll be dandelions, some of them there'll be sunflowers, some of them there'll be different types of things that grow. And like, why is that in that lawn, that lawn? It's because it's what you'll notice is the person that has a dandelion probably drinks beer all the time, has a big gut, and has a problem with maybe his her liver. Right now, we know that liver. The dandelion, we can make dandelion wine, which will clean the liver. And their diet's probably no good. I'm not saying the alcohol. I'm saying they have a poor diet because of their beer consumption, which leads to eating shitty food. So they've probably got liver problems. So they consume those flowers in a tea or a wine, and they'll help clean up their liver or their kidneys or whatever. I think it's liver problem, but nonetheless, that's your bioacoustics, your general area. So your consumption should go from learning to breathe properly, being in the right area, learning to breathe properly, consuming urine, clean water, distilled, or you can find spring waters that are good, moving waters, good idea. Distilled is top of the game, though. Then, the more local, the better. Ferments, you consume fermented foods. Ferments such as kimchi, sauerkraut, kombucha, beer, um, vinegars. There's all sorts of good stuff. And also things that you'd want to be having as part of your diet would be not death-free foods, healing foods. And those are, as much as some people are against it because they're moronic, it's the death-free foods of honey from bees, milk from cows, or other animals for that matter. The land of milk and honey come to mind. Milk and honey has to do with the pineal and the pituitary gland, but it also has to literally deal with milk and honey. And perhaps eggs. These are death-free foods. You take milk, you're not killing anything. You take honey, you're not killing anything. An egg is not. There's no chicken in it yet. You're not killing anything. Death-free foods. And then in your diet, in what to consume, lots of sunshine, taking your shoes off, grounding yourself, getting fresh air, breathing, back to the breathing thing, clean water, sunshine, the essentials. Get your feet on the ground, electrical discharge, clean your body out, because it's you got negative and positive ions going on there. We want to rid our bodies of those electrical charges that cause us pain. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much the size of it. And then good relationships will come out of that, or getting rid of toxicity, toxic people, jackasses, liars, cheats, scum fucks, dumb assholes, shitheads, cunts, clueless morons. Get rid of those people. They're cocksuckers. Doesn't matter who they are. And it's up to you and your avenue to replacing. And here's another thing. Here's a little trick in the world. With any kind of habit, and humans are habits. Yeah, humans are addictions to a degree, right? You can have good relationships that are healthy that you can grow, and some are addictions that it's just there. It's just like a scab. It's like something you just do all the time. So those people that you hang out and you're like, I just known them for a while. It's like knowing a sickness, knowing something. It's up to you how to get rid of that. Whether it's hey, this relationship, having a conversation. Maybe you're not that kind of person, like to have those conversations, like you're uneasy. And there's all sorts of ways to eliminate things. Now, the easiest way to do it is to replace. If you have something in your diet that's not healthy for you, a lot of people fall into this trap when they go onto a diet, or it's usually a fad diet. They start doing something that they want to make themselves healthy, but they end up telling themselves that they can't. You can't do that. You can't have something that's no good for you. And so they start to eliminate things, and they start compressing all of their reality. Go, well, I can't do this. I can't do that. You have to trade things in. It's not what you can't do. It's like saying, I can't have Coca-Cola. Okay. I'm not saying I don't really drink. I drink soda every now and then. But it's not that I can't have Coke. What I do instead is say, well, what I can do is I can drink soda, but I'm going to make sure I get that cane sugar, and I'm going to get this brand. And all of a sudden, I have a whole new world to explore. It's not only healthy, but I got all this fun little, like, holy shit, I just thought there was just Coke. And it's got this high fructose, and it's got this, it's so good. But now all of a sudden, here's an adventure and a hundred different things I can consume that are good for me, or at least better than, right? So by replacing things dietarily, whether it's food or humans, just replace them. You can replace it. You can replace a human with with a dog. You could replace a human with maybe an eating disorder. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You could replace humans with the ability to just pull aces and jokers out of a deck anytime you wish. Replace it with real magic. For real. Um, yeah. So consume. Oh, and also one of the biggest things you can do is consume things with a happy heart. Like be curious. Number one in life, be curious and then be happy, thankful, that kind of shit. Be grateful. I'm so grateful. Oh. I'm being funny, but yeah, be grateful and be happy that you have what you have, and be curious about things. The more curious you are, the more that you'll find, and the more you'll be excited about doing it. And curiosity is this weird thing. When you're curious about something, people are magnetized to you because your curiosity will lead you to wonderful, weird things, experiences at least. Okay, where are we at? Colin, is the fruit even real anymore? Um, hey, Colin, I'll make the fruit thing. I think there's so much fear porn and propaganda on everything that as long as they just associate, they go, it's going to give you cancer. It's a cancer to your brain. You know what I'm saying? Here's the simple answer: if there's a seed and you can plant it and it grows, then shut the fuck up. Eat it. That's my answer. You know, if there's a seed there and it grows something, there's your answer. I'm not even fully against. I'm all for. I'm not into gene modification of foods or people, but I'm in hybridization. Hybridized food, go for it. If it works, it works. Just like humans. You know what I mean? Look at here. Here's the two humans you need me right there. Unless you know this guy. uh, you, if an Asian person, and we'll call them different species, different races, whatever the hell you want to call it, an Asian person can get together with somebody that is black, right? Seems wildly different, but if they create an offspring, that child is real. If I take two vegetables or fruits and put them together and they create some offspring and it creates a seed, then that's what you have. You have the seed. If the seed produces something, then it's true. And if it is, consume it. And as far as the unseeded things, they say, oh, you eat unseeded watermelon, you'll become unseeded. Maybe, I don't know. I'm obviously not against. I'm against genetically modifying things, and GMO'd humans, GMO. But the truth is, there's a good possibility all of us, at some point in time in our history, there was, whether you believe in giants or ancient scientists, the Anunnaki, the whatever you're into, whatever you believe, there probably was some sort of hybridization or gene altering, splicing, Lloyd Pye's intervention theory. That probably happened. So, but somehow, despite that, we can produce seed and offspring. That's what I would look for in food. What up, base? You got that acacia? Can I call you acacia? You know the acacia bark? Haha, you got a servitor? Did you want to see? You want to see that guy? Brought the little meat seeks out the other day to try to explain to people. So this is a meat seek. It's from Rick and Morty. This is essentially, and in every way, um, a servitor. Oh shit! It is. It does the job of a servitor. So you have your sigils, which would be write something down. Here it is. Get this job. This is what I want. You burn it, get rid of it, and you accomplish something. This goes and does a task for you. This guy. And usually it's just done on a spiritual plane. You can make a good little guy like this.
But servitors, because they're usually useful for one job, you could reuse this for the same job. You just have to feed it. So I have a bunch of videos on magic, servitors, god forms, egregors, these kind of things. Yeah. So there's your little servitor. Okay, you said when you meditate on a servitor, you feel strong, dark energy coming from it. Well, I don't know that you should be meditating on it after, like after you've created a servitor, it does its job. You don't, unless you're refeeding it spiritually, like some sort of, you could give it a candy bar, you can give it some fruit, you know what I mean? You can feed it to, if you wanted to redo a job, but it's essentially, it's one purpose, one function, just like they did in Rick and Morty. It's like, it's kind of like a, the next level above these would be a minion. The minions are above servitors. They're very similar, but they can continually do a job. So you would just go, okay, can you go repeat that thing that you just did? It's kind of like training a dog, right? Go fetch that ball. Just can do that. But I don't know, the dark energy. Dark energy's melanated. All energy. So, you know, the idea is everything comes out of darkness. The cave of creation, the womb. Melanated density. It's a collection. It's like the cube, the Mecca, the Kaaba, the big black cube. That's condensed dark matter energy. The more energy you put in something, the thicker, denser the material will become, and the thicker and denser, the darker it will be. They'll gain mass and weights and things. That kind of, yeah, it's just energy. I don't know that it would be because I've never really meditated too hard after I've made a sigil or a servitor. You created an avatar of yourself. You wanna see an avatar? You wanna see mine? I'll show it to you. Here, check it out. There's me right there. See top corner. Oh, here, I can just show it this way. Oh, there you go. That I created a long time ago. If you're into astrology, you can figure out every single symbol in there that I used. Pretty dope, huh? That's me. Imagine that. Boom, that's me. Ooh. Cool. Yeah, just remember, I mean, energy, you know, some people are like, oh, the white light energy. White light is more the idea of expansion and expression. It's more electrical. I mean, think about it. A magnet. Here we go. Here's a magnet with a bunch of money on it. So here's a magnet. Magnets are black. Oddly, right? You know, white magnets. All black. All magnets are black. What is that? And it pulls, as a woman, magnetic. Inside of them is dark. Cave of creation is pulling. It's a magnetic thing. So black magnet. It pulls. You know, people use the word gravity, but it ain't gravity. It's just pulling into itself. It's a black hole. I can call it a black hole too. Whatever. In essence. And then the expression, people always say white, it's electrical and it goes out. Electricity, a storm with lightning bolts and, you know, thunder and lightning. Lightning, it's white, it's electrical, it sparks, it's expressive. So, I mean, so, you know, people, they're both parts of the energy thing, but yeah. And usually black is going to be thicker and gooier. It's earth, it's soil, it's yeah, just a color. It's like people that are fearful of colors or numbers. Scared of the number 13. What's goofy? It's silly. Even when you get into the master numbers 11 and 22 and 33 and 13 is this number because it's 12 around the one. Yeah. It does radiate and have some value to it, but it's not. There's no such thing as an evil or bad number, just like there's no evil or bad color. Then you've already once you do that, you divide up reality to the point where you you're missing the whole thing. There's no color in true opposition to another color, because reality is crystal clear. From here to here, it's clarity. It's the only way I'm making out all the different colors. There's nothing in true opposition. Men and women, they screw you up. They say men and women are opposite. Opposites attract. No, they don't. Complementary systems attract. Things that are complementary attract themselves to each other. It's not opposing. If opposing would push apart. That's how it works. But they trick you with the language. It's uncomfortable. Okay, if you're really into all that, which it seems that you are you putting that energy into a specific part of you? Are you throwing it into your root chakra? Are you putting it in your dantian? Are you putting it in your belly? Are you putting it in your head? Are you just general energy? I mean, if you place it somewhere, you go that route. Put it in your storehouse, in your dantian, or the base of your spine, the base of your kundalini, your coccyx, your tail, where your 5 bones are fused together. You feel it in your chest. Interesting. Well, try this. Because so I'm guessing whenever you're doing meditation, you're into a breathing practice. Hey, Danny, you keep your thing keeps posting 3 times in a row. I don't know if you dipped and came back or whatever, but try logging off and logging back on, because it keeps posting triplets, whatever you're saying. Okay, so I'm assuming when you're into this meditation, you're doing a breathing practice. The first thing you should do during a breathing practice is breathe out. Not breathe in. Breathe out everything you can. And once you can't breathe out some more. And then you can't breathe out anymore, breathe out. And then you'll suck it back in, and you'll suck it back into your belly. You should be practicing belly breathing. If you're getting this energy into your chest, then you're shallow breathing in the chest. You're probably doing in breaths first, and you're doing it up here. If you do your belly breathing, it's like a baby breathes. You see the belly goes up and down. When most people breathe, because they're shallow breathers, they're breathing up into the top of their lungs, and the chest is expanding in and out, rather than burying the breath and allowing your body will just naturally, once I breathe out, naturally I go, it sucks it in. Now, if I do it the other way and I breathe it, I actually have to use muscles. I'm using my muscles, see? I'm breathing in using muscles. So, right? If I breathe out, I don't have to use my muscles. It does it automatically. I'm not breathing in. It just does it. So, and that focus should be on my belly. Yeah? So look into like belly breathing, or Danny, did you take your medicine this morning? Did you take your little white pills? Do you have anybody babysitting you? Do you need a babysitter? Hey, oatmeal's here. I guess it is kind of. I didn't even recognize how early it was. It's like 8. It's like 9 o'clock on a Saturday. What the hell am I doing? Oh, that's so weird. Do it again. Do it again. Oh no, there it is. Sometimes I forget the hours, and also everybody else. I don't know where you from. Where's a acacia? Oh, where are you from? I'm guessing you're from the States. Your name would say you're probably from Atlanta. You're melanated, or you're from overseas. And I'm still going with melanated. I don't know why. You're from Canada? Cassia? You're Black girl from Canada? Because the name doesn't say white girl unless you changed it. Ontario? Oh man, so yeah, I'm originally from the other. I'm from across the water. I'm from the other side of Lake Ontario. I used to go up to I used to go up to Niagara Falls all the time. Oh, you're white. You're Polish. Okay. Okay. Interesting. That's an interesting name. I've never even. Does it? Do you know the meaning of it? Is there? Is it tree? Is it something to do with a tree or a flower? Hey Danny, what are you doing? Are you back to just typing words? Hey Casey, that's Danny Scarlark. She's a special one. I think I think she's wearing a helmet today with a chin strap and a drool bucket. She took the short bus to school. Oh, you have no clue. Well, I guess that's your research for the day. It's your research. Do you like tarot? I've been most of my videos. I don't do tarot in, and I don't do heroin either, or black tar heroin. Is that black tar heroin? Anyways, I think that's maybe what Danny's doing. I think she's smoking that heroin. I can pull out some tarot cards. I've been doing that lately just because it's something to do. I've been enjoying shuffling a deck. What do we got here? Got some coffee with a little fruit fly in this fucker. Bastard, what, they go into the coffee or whatever drink I have, it's sweet, and they die. So they just drink themselves to sweetness and just die a sweet death. Was that their victory? It's like I'm just gonna eat this sugar until I explode. I suppose it could be like the salty sugary thing that people get. I only get that feeling where I feel like I want something salty or sugary occasionally. I don't have that like I used to as a kid. Oh man, salty sweet with everything. What's your go-to snack? What's your snack of choice? You have like that oh my god, I need uh sour cream and onion potato chips. I want something sugary like fudge or something or chocolatey. What's your thing? Anybody here? Is anyone listening? Uh, well, if no one's gonna talk, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Well, not really. I still have plenty more to say. What should we talk? You should I read a book to you guys. You guys want any questions? You want me to realize I'm a goddamn walking encyclopedia? And if I don't know it, I'll tell you I don't know it, or I could probably find the answer pretty quickly, and I can verify it. I can get like a dowsing rod or one of those little medallion spinny things. I don't know. Should I read something? I'm looking around. What books do I got around here? What do I have now? Guess if no one's gonna talk, I'll just sit here and meditate. So, what are the standards for breathing practice and meditation? Remember, there's four things. You have four fingers.
4 breathing patterns, 4 seasons, 4 suits to a deck, cards, 4 brainwave patterns, standard ones. You have your delta, theta, alpha, and beta brainwaves. Delta, theta, alpha, beta, which are connected to the season, connected to the cards, connected to your breathing patterns are mouth breathing, mouth nose breathing, nose breathing, mouth breathing, mouth breathing. That's lower, delta. Theta is mouth nose. Alpha is nose alpha. Oh, people are like, alpha gotta be all up here. And then beta is from nose to mouth, means bring the energy out of the head down here. So those are your breathing patterns. And those breathing patterns will adjust depending on how quickly you do them, adjust your heart rate, and adjust where your brain is. If you do it in the correct order, you get a gamma breath out of it. We'll get into that another time. Apparently no one's listening anymore. Everybody left. So what I'll probably do here is I'll remind everybody that is in the room, you are welcome to Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all that shit. It's right in the description box and the thing on the bottom, TsarXen. I'm going to come right back and see if I just start another show, because sometimes weird shit happens. People getting booted, or maybe people didn't know I was doing a show. And I'll just start a new show in a little bit. Remember, there's three rules in life. One is pretty much it's your experience. So enjoy that shit. Be weird, be fun. If you feel like you've experienced so much, you have a little currency, hand some to me. Help a brother out. Buy me a beer. And if not me, someone else. Always help out when you can. And, again, be goofy, be weird, all that stuff. And enjoy yourself. Because if we do have to come back and live someone else's life, better be good. If I ever live your life, better not suck. So I'll talk to you guys on the other side. I'm just going to go grab myself a little snack anyways. And it's 9 o'clock Central Standard Time here. I'll be back at 9:15, 9:20 my time, so 20 minutes. Come see me there. Good to see everybody. And I'm ass out of here. Bye, bitches.